G'day folks, Chris Jansen, Bory's son, proudly from EXP Realty. Welcome to another Behind the Sold Scenes. Bory, we're at the front of number 1 Citrus Street here in the heart of Direk, 5110, a suburb and postcode we absolutely love, we're hugely passionate about. And before we jump into the nuts and bolts of the Behind the Sold Scenes here at 1 Citrus Street Direk, folks, firstly, just a huge shout out of acknowledgement and appreciation to Simon, Mary and their beautiful family. We were just talking to Simon and he did hand over with us in readiness for settlement today. Something we pride ourselves on. We meet the seller, we go through the property prior to settlement to go through all the keys and manuals and all that. So in readiness for the buyer, we do the same. Yeah. We don't make the buyer walk into an office, and we like to make it personable, meet them out the property, celebrate the milestone of their settlement day and welcome them to the new home. But to Simon, Mary and their beautiful family, this property is the 6th sale and settlement that we've helped their family in the last 12 months both sell and buy property. And there's something incredibly honourable about that opportunity. And you know, a lot of people think we're in real estate for property. That's not the case, Bory. Property and the house is the end commodity. It's all about the relationships and the people we get to meet. And Simon and Mary and their family have become like family to us. You know, we just recently celebrated Simon's 80th birthday with him and his family at his house in Blakeview that they bought through us as well. We helped them buy that one. And for me, that's what this is all about. What we do, it gives me goosebumps. It's about the people more so than the property. So to you, Simon, Mary, and your entire family, thank you. We're incredibly grateful. We're very humble and super privileged for the trust that you've installed in us over the last 12 months to help your entire family. And here today in front of us, the 6th sale and settlement for that same family. All right, let's jump into the nuts and bolts. 1 Citrus Street, Direk, 5110, not Burton, the same postcode, but it's Direk. Bory, we were 2 weeks on the market. We had some challenges from week 1 to 2. We'll talk about that. On realestate.com, the main platform and portal that most people use, we had 2,043 views. So that's where people actually clicked into the listing to view it. So a bit of engagement. 22 inquiries came directly from realestate.com. We had 8 offers in total. 5 stronger ones came about in the second week. We had 3,182 total video views. So interestingly enough, something we pride ourselves on, we love video content as a real point of difference for us, both for the seller, both for the buyer. But of those video views, we had 943 plays of the video. So that tells us there's people watching the video of this home for greater than 15 seconds, which is more about engagement, not just clicks and views and clickbait as such. 8 offers, 5 more so came stronger in the second week. We're hoping to get something with a 6 in front of it. Tell us, Bory, what happened in week 1 to week 2? What did the market like about the property? What would they change about the property? And talk to us a little bit about Direk as a foreign known estate. A little bit. Firstly, the property is a 4-bed, 2-bathroom, double-car garage home with solar, corner block as well. The house is maximised on the actual block as well. Huge house, so highly desirable for first home buyers and investors of such. We found that there's the people who are coming through this home were mainly first home buyers. So there's a lot of first home buyers searching in the area itself. Now, we weren't getting, the first week, we weren't getting enough engagement on the property and enough buyers coming through who were submitting offers of where it needed to be. And I believe the reason for that is because Direk is just outside of you know, the local suburbs of Burton, Paralawi, and all those such properties, areas that people kind of know. So the first week we were seeing offers between mid-5s to 6. We're hoping something with a 6 and above on this property. So a little bit conservative. We followed the process and went on to the second week where, you know, the buyers who came through the property were offering where it needed to be. So it sold for $661,000. There you go. Which is a huge price for a property like this in this area. And we were struggling to get that in the first week. So folks, we came onto the market as a best offer, no price closing campaign, 2 weeks in time. So no auction, hype of an auction day, waiting 4 weeks, dragging the campaign out. We wrapped it up in less than 14 days. What I'm really proud of with this result is there was another property on the market at the same time as us, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-bath, 2-car as well. That one went for $650K. We got $661K. Tell us a little bit about what the market loved about this home in comparison. What resonated with the buyers coming through 1 Citrus Street? So in terms of the property itself, like I said, being a 4-bed, 2-bathroom, double-car garage home, this is what people are looking for these days. You know, they really need the additional, hey doggies. So they need the additional parking, they need the additional bedroom because families are getting bigger as well. And the corner access as well.
Yeah,
I mean, this
access.
is slightly bigger than your normal 350 square metre block. You've got corner access. So I know there was a few people looking at how can I get my camper down the side there.
Yeah.
You know, teenagers are at home, only so much off-street parking with the double garage and even the double driveway. They still wanted more access around the side there. What did the market give us as constructive feedback?
Look, I know that in terms of the plane.
Yeah, we are close to Edinburgh Rough Base,
we'll just wait for that plane
folks,
to go past.
which is a positive because employment in the government sector, both via Edinburgh, RAF Base, Lyell McEwen Hospital, folks, you've got high employment within government in this area.
Absolutely. I think this is why part of the reason this area was established for the military out there, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And I think just to point out, let's talk about Direk, right? So what buyers loved about the home, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2.7 ceiling, solar, double car.
Yep.
I found that the market felt those that particularly were prepared to pay into sevens, because we met buyers that have budgets starting with a 7 in front of it. They really wanted that second living area where this one didn't have that.
Yeah.
And the reality is, Bori, if we get this same home and plonk it into Springbank Waters,
mate, you're
parallel, it's getting into sevens. Yet I could walk to Springbank Waters from here. So folks, a little bit of history. Direk was built in around 2012 as the newest estate in this northern pocket of Salisbury Council. The nearest estate that's not as new as this, but as close to being new as this, is Springbank Waters. That was erected in about 2006. And then it goes back to early 2000s where Woodlands Estate, parallel, was erected, and obviously Settlers Farm. So here in Direk, mate, we're in the same proximity as Springbank Waters, Woodlands Estate, parallel Burton. You've got Springbank shopping precinct right there.
Yeah.
You can go straight down Diamond Road here onto Heaslip, getting you either direction to that northern connector access. Why is Direk overlooked at the moment?
I think it's because the fact that it's sort of outside of that pocket of all those properties there. The only people who are driving through to Direk is the people who live here.
Yes.
So unless you live here, you don't really know about it. So that's why the market doesn't really see homes in this area. But I think this is really a sleeping giant.
Yeah,
because
right.
Where else can you buy 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, newly built, for something with a 6 in front of it?
Wow.
It's really rare in the area.
It's hard to come by, mate. And I think you pointed out a great thing there. It is a sleeping giant. It is being overlooked. I think it's a little bit underappreciated at the moment.
Absolutely.
I think there's great potential here with value in the next 6 to 12 months. You're still getting great bang for buck. I mean, like you said, to get a 4-bed, 2-bath for 661K is still good buying. I know when we had this on the market, the stamp duty exemption for people to build was at 650K. That's now been lifted, obviously. But we had people here looking at buying established versus building new. Obviously, with building new, it could be 2-3 years before I can get a slab down or even a clear title, whereas here I can have it now. But I think the other thing with Direk is it's a smaller estate.
Yeah.
So if you look at Springbank, where you've got over 15, not Springbank, Burton, you've got over 1,500 homes as a whole, but in Springbank, you've got over 600 homes thereabouts in that estate.
Yeah.
This is half, if not a third of the size. What I love about this estate, Bori, is it's high owner occupancy rate. So a lot of the people we're talking to in this area are built here in 2012, 2013. They still reside here. So they're coming up to that 10, 12 year cycle. It's a very family orientated estate. There's not a lot of rentals in here.
Yeah.
It's family generous homes, very native green. I mean, it's got recycled water. You've got a beautiful family reserve down the end of DeSellis Drive there. People that we're talking to at the moment that are starting to move out from this estate are families that they love the area.
Yeah.
They love the homes. They love the owner occupancy and the street appeal and the location, the proximity to everything. But we're talking to a few off the back of the sale of this one. The only reason they're looking to make a move is they're moving out towards Lewiston, Two Wells. Something
bigger.
1,000 square metre block, big shed, all of that sort of stuff. Do we build and get that bigger home, bigger lifestyle property again? So that's a little bit about 1 Citrus Street Direk. So, Bori, the hot tip is Direk's been overlooked at the moment. Sleeping giants, your words.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if you are looking to buy properties in this area, just like the people who bought this property, they previously missed out on a home that we were selling in the area as well.
Yep.
And the reason why they missed out is because they were being very conservative with their offer.
Yep.
They missed out by a couple of $1,000s.
Yep.
They were back onto realestate.com, and I think this is about 6 months later.
Yep.
Now they've found a property and they go, Bori, Chris, what can we do to buy this property?
Yep.
you know, and I said, look, I know your budget. You just got to not be conservative with your offer.
Yep.
Because last time you missed out by a few $1,000s and you were angry at us for that.
Couple of grand, still in the market for 6 months on realestate.com every day.
Yeah.
Out every weekend looking at more and more and more properties.
And actually it cost them more by not buying then because, you know, the market's moving monthly.
Yes.
So they decided, you know what, I don't know too much about Direk. Can you give us a bit of advice on what you think? And I said, guys, I think Direk is a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And this property that they ended up buying is better than the one that they were going to buy previously.
Yes.
So guys, if you are looking for a property and you are a first home buyer, don't be conservative with your offer. Go as high as you can.
Yep.
You know, obviously within your budgets as well, because, you know, properties like this are still flying, you know, straight away on the market.
So just to point out lastly with the buyers too, because you built a relationship with them, you've been working with them quite some time. Tell us about not just the sold price of 661K they pride, but they changed some of their terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Initially, they were subject to finance, and I went back to their broker and had a chat with them as well as them as well. And I said, look, they're at 661, but another offer is coming quite competitively.
Yep.
What can you guys do to make it more favourable in for your buyer? And he goes, they can go unconditional.
Yep.
Yep. They're ready to go. Everything's sorted. We just need to buy something. It's been 6 months since we last spoke to you.
Yep.
They need to secure something. So yeah, they went unconditional. Obviously, only do that if you can.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what helped them get this deal across the line.
Absolutely. There you go, folks. Well, Bori, it's been a real honour and privilege collaborating with you on another sold story. Behind the sold scenes here at 1 Citrus Street in Direk. Again, Simon and Mary and your entire family, from the bottom of our hearts, you're like family to us now. It's been a real ride and journey over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Folks, if you've got any property plans, aspirations or questions, Bori and I are always just a call away, but hopefully something resonates with you at 1 Citrus Street here in Direk. Buyers, we're meeting with 2 potential sellers in this estate. So for those that missed out here, stay tuned. We might have 2 potential opportunities coming up in the next few weeks. But as always, if you want to see properties first, make sure you're following Bori and I on our social channels first, just like this, because anything we get, we're going to feed it to you first on our social channels before you'll see it anywhere else.
Absolutely.
So, all right, folks, thanks for joining us on another Behind the Sold Scene story. And until the next one, it's bye for now.
Bye for now, guys.